Bradley Woods, where Sissel grew up. Where he always goes, where he needs to feel at home and at peace. I was about to leave when suddenly a familiar cold shiver curled down my spine. Except it wasn't cold. It felt strangely warm and comforting this time around. Like a fresh summer breeze. Echo? Is that you? Hey, John. It's been a little while. How? What? I pressed a palm against the camera hanging around my neck gently. It pulsed with that strange, ghostly warmth that had grown so familiar to me. We haven't spoken since you were devoured by the Remnant. Are you feeling any better? Echo hummed thoughtfully. My camera rumbled against my chest as though it was purring. For someone whose body got chewed into little pieces, I feel pretty good. What about you? For someone who possibly caused his boyfriend to cut ties with his only remaining family, I'm doing pretty okay-ish. I sighed and shuffled my feet absentmindedly. I can't help but feel... What if I didn't force Herschel to confess everything? He and Sissel could have lived happily in ignorance. And maybe none of this would be happening. The camera rumbled disapprovingly. Herschel's debtors would have come for him regardless. And Herschel's guilt has been eating at him for years. It would have destroyed him sooner or later. Your choice was wise, if a little painful. But sometimes a bone needs to be rebroken in order to reset and heal properly. That analogy isn't very comforting. What do you think I can do to help him in this situation? How do I reset the broken bone here? Everyone's too mad or broken up to really come back together. You need to help them come to an understanding. Find common ground. Help them look past all the anger and guilt and remember what is truly important at the end of the day. You're more equipped for this task than you think. Oh, and how's that? My camera rumbled against my chest. A wave of warmth washed over me. Your ability. You mean that thing I do where I snap a photo and fall into a coma for like 10 minutes? You know that thing that has totally been integral to the plot other than... It's only happened twice! And then I get my memory flashbacks of whatever I snapped a photo of. Try to do it over carpet next time. You always end up falling on your nose. More importantly, your ability has grown stronger since you returned from the previous timeline. Can you feel it? I closed my camera gingerly. The warm heartbeat did feel a little firmer. I haven't tried to use that memory dive since I came back from that nightmare. Has something changed? If you really think about it, photographs are little threads connecting the past to the present. Till now, you've been tugging at threads that connect people to their past. But those threads connect people to their loved ones as well. Follow those threads, and maybe they'll lead you to the memory that you truly need. I'll pretend I understood what you just said. Why can't you wishes ever give me a straight answer? Echo chuckled softly. You'll know what I mean when you see it. He yawned quietly. I need some more rest. You should continue your search for Sissel in the meantime. Sure thing. Off to Bradley Woods we go. Oh, hey. I was halfway en route to Bradley Woods when a thought suddenly hit me. Maybe I should give Ginny a call about the situation. This is probably something she'd want to know about. I rummaged through my pockets for my phone and gave Ginny's number a quick tap. Oh, that was it? Okay. Ginny's phone buzzed for several long moments against her bedside table before coming to a stop. She's not picking up. Voicemail blip suddenly played, and I stuttered into my phone absentmindedly. Hey, Jenny. Hope you're doing well. Just calling to let you know about the whole Herschel and Sissel situation. Herschel finally confessed, and Sissel's really mad, but I'm going to talk to him now that he's calmed down a little bit. It'd be nice if you gave Sissel a call when you're free. You two are best friends, aren't you? I'm sure you could use an extra person to talk with. Anyway, I'm off to the woods again. Doesn't look like there's going to be a nice camping trip this time around. Hope to see you soon. Hope you see you soon. Voicemail blip ends. God, that's fucking uncomfortable. A refreshing summer breeze swept... What is with this refreshing summer breeze? It's said like 7 times. What the shit? Swept through Bradley Woods this afternoon. Despite the turmoil from this morning, I couldn't help but hum leisurely in rhythm with the rustling leaves. I could see why Sissel always comes here to cool his head. There's a certain calming air to Bradley Woods. A sharp splash took me out of my musing. What was that? Another small splash followed it. I quickened my pace towards the source of the sound. Looks like I found him. I thought you didn't like getting wet. Sissel's ear twitched as he turned to me with a scowl. His shoes were tossed haphazardly on the lake shore while he stood in knee-deep water, rolling a large flat stone in his hand. I don't. But this hasn't exactly been a normal day. How'd you know where to find me? You always come here when you're upset. Right next to your moping shack, as Ginny likes to call it. I don't mope. Oh no. The 20 unread messages on your phone says otherwise. Sissel sighed before rearing back and launching a stone into the lake. It skipped once, and then immediately sank with an unsatisfactory plop. Sorry. I just really needed some time to think. I know you wanted to help, but I didn't think I'd be very receptive. I was so angry I could barely see straight. I figured. I just got a little worried, you know. Quick little, hey baby, honey cake, sweet pea, I need some time to cool off, talk to you when I'm ready would have been nice. I am not calling you any of those nicknames. We're dating now. We're gonna have something to embarrass each other with. I slipped out of my shoes and joined Sissel in the cool waters of Bradley Lake. Rummaging around the shallows, I plucked a hefty flat stone out of the water. Yeah, sorry. I'll try and be a little more open next time. I smiled and waved a hand dismissively. It's all good. I'm just glad to see you're doing a little better. How are you feeling? I gave my stone a gentle toss into the lake. My hand slipped and it sank immediately, splashing water on both of our spluttering faces. Watch your aim, dude. A small smile on his face as Sissel reached for another stone. I'm not sure what I'm feeling right now. Everything's so damn confusing. Like, it's infuriating to know I could have grown up with a nice family, or even a good mom at the very least. The orphanage found me abandoned in a dumpster as a baby. I always thought my parents didn't want me. That was some big mistake. Another toss, another heavy splash. Sissel sighed. It's nice to know that's not true. That my mom really cared about me. But that just makes everything else hurt more. Boss and Herschel fucked everything up for me. I ended up growing up on the streets as an orphan with a dead mom because he had to go and steal money to win a damn competition. I'm so damn angry at him, but then I see him all beaten up and bruised and why do I still care? Sissel hurls another stone into the lake. It sinks with a heavy thunk without a single skip. No, the damn asshole won't even let me help him either. Like, what's the big idea? Sissel huffed furiously and kicked the lake water with an angry splash. I leaned in close and gave Sissel a sympathetic pat on the shoulder. Herschel did all he could to support you throughout your life. Remember last night? He grabbed us out of the rain and cooked us a feast without a second thought. It's easy to see why you still care under all that anger. Sissel sighed and slumped weakly into the water. Yeah. Herschel's helped me so much. I probably wouldn't be here without him. Then again, I might be in a warm and happy family right now if it weren't for it. I don't know, I just feel so out of my depth. Herschel's technically family now, right? Aren't you supposed to love and respect your parents, and they support you back, and that sad ass won't even accept my help. Ugh. Sissel tugged on his long ears and groaned in frustration. He glanced up at me curiously. Hey, John, you grew up with parents. How does this shit work? I blinked slowly. That's a loaded question. Not sure I'm the right person to ask. Sissel scratched his head awkwardly. I mean, you still got parents, don't you? I was just wondering, how do you feel about your parents? Did you ever get into arguments or anything like that? No. No fights? None at all? Usually they fight amongst each other. I kind of just disappear into the background. Oh. Well, did your parents ever do anything good that you appreciated? I gave Sissel a wry smile. Yeah, they sent me to Granny Academy. Then I met you and the rest of the gang. Granted, I only got sent here because I won a randomly selected scholarship, and my parents wanted me out of their hair. Sissel fell silent. Oh. Sorry, I shouldn't have asked. It's all good. Two of us stood stiffly at the lake's edge, quietly watching the waves lap onto the sand. Several long minutes drifted by before I spoke again. I'm probably not the best frame of reference for quality parenting, but the way Herschel is always taking care of you, always making sure to support you in whatever way possible, when I look at him, I see unconditional love. The kind that parents are supposed to give. The comfort and knowing that there's always someone to come home to. I've always wondered what that felt like. Sissel rolled another flat stone in his hand, staring out at the lake thoughtfully. Don't get me wrong, you still have every right to hate him. Herschel made terrible and selfish mistakes that ruined your life. But at the end of the day, he still cares. I think that's something worth considering. Sissel stood up slowly apparently. He rolled the stone in his hand one more time before gently tossing it into the lake. Skipped once, twice, thrice, 7 times before disappearing under the waves with a gentle plop. You're right. I still care about him too. I'm still angry, but I don't want to see him hurt. I want to have a long talk with him and just sort things out together, honestly. There's still so much I want to know. About him, about my mom, about everything. Sissel sighed again. And of course, we still got those debt collectors to deal with, and boss is too stubborn to accept any help I tried to give him. He hasn't answered any of my phone calls either. Jackass. A light bulb suddenly went off in my head. You want to know more about Herschel's past and understand him better? Sissel glanced up at me curiously. Yeah, it'd probably help me convince him to accept my help, too. And maybe make me a little less mad. Maybe. I rummaged through my pockets excitedly. That photo that Mrs. Squirrelice gave me. If what Echo said was true and my memory dive ability had truly grown stronger, then maybe I could take Sissel with me and actually show him Herschel's past. It'll be a pain to explain how it works, but I'm sure I'll manage. I froze. My jacket pocket was soaked. Fuck! What's wrong? I pulled a photograph out of my pocket. It was dripping wet! Shit, everything's wet. Give me a towel! I don't have one! Give me your shirt, then! My shirt's wet, too! What's so important? Jump in the water! This was a terrible idea! Are you wearing underwear? That's gotta be dry, right? What's that gotta do with anything? And you know I go commando most days. I need something to try this photo with! Fuck it! I'll just use my own! Sissel's eyes grew to the size of dinner plates as I reached for my belt. Dude, you can't just strip in the middle of the woods! It's nothing you haven't seen before! What if someone else sees you? You'll get arrested for public indecency! Well, tough shit, I need this photo in one piece! Wait, no. Put your pants back on! To be continued. Okay. Alright, so let's save here. This is the one we're currently on, right? No, it's this one. Yeah, this is the one that we're currently on, because this is the one where they didn't tell us, so where I didn't tell Owen and Philip. So here we go. Save here. Boom. Now what I want to do is I want to load it here. Okay, yeah. I want to skip forward and see if anything changes about this interaction. Okay, so nothing changes there, so there we go. I just want to keep the save files up to date with each other, and I'll keep the preferences on so that it only skips scene messages, so if anything does change, I will know. But that is the end of this update as of right now, so I'll go ahead and say that's it. I also already checked the other save files. There's not been any updates on those. So thank you all very much for watching. This has been the 0.6.9 update, which is soon to be outdated to my knowledge because I downloaded it and said it had been updated like 30 fucking days ago. So I'm a little behind. Sorry. I recently tried a new editing thing based off of a recommendation from Bri, where in order to try to increase my productivity, because I found a stretch of days where I was so stressed and fucked up that I was just like, I don't want to record, I don't want to edit, I just want to do nothing except maybe die, that would be nice, but it just fucking, there you go. And so she gave me the recommendation of like 10 minutes, barely any time at all, right? In the span of 24 hours, 10 minutes isn't shit. So, if in a day you edit 10 minutes of footage, and that's it, then you at least did something to progress things forward, and who knows, maybe once you get into it, you'll get more into it and it goes forward. But 10 minutes, that's it. Because usually these episodes are like 30-some minutes long, and if not more. And generally I want it to be smaller than that, but that's what it winds up being. And so because of that, it takes, if it's a 30-minute episode, it takes at least an hour, if not longer, to edit all the way through, because I have to watch it all, do all the cuts, if there's any editing bits, the rendering, and then uploading. It takes a good amount of time. But, I have a good mobile game that I like to play while I'm editing, so I can just listen, because I don't need to visually watch and make sure the footage is fine, because I'm not cutting on anything visually, so I'm just listening to the story and going through. And so 10 minutes of playing a game that I like on my phone, and then just, you know, listening to this, once I get to 10 minutes, I can stop. And so that's helped me. And if, as of right now, I'm recording this on the 17th, that's how I've managed to get so many things out in a row, because most often when I get to that 10-minute mark, I just keep going. So I'm like, all right, I'm doing this now. There have been some times where I've been like, I don't fucking want to do it. And at that point, it's better to not force it. But like other days where I'm just apoplectic, I don't know. I'm probably using that word wrong. I don't know the definition of it 100%. Where I'm just like, nah, I don't fucking feel it. Those are the days where I can generally get 10 minutes out. And that's how I've been trying to get more editing done, because, you know, I'm trying to work more and more hours. And so a lot of the time, when I come home from work, I'm just like, I need to fucking relax. And then the day after that, I'm like, I need to do nothing. But, you know, anyway, so yeah, I just, yeah, so I don't know why I'm shouting all this right now, but so that's something I'm trying so that I can get more stuff out, and hopefully it continues to be a benefit. But anyway, thank you all very much for watching, and on the next one we will see hopefully what I believe to be an upcoming update. But until then, I have been the trained unprofessional Decker Link. You are not, and I will see you next time. Bye.